Well, Pennsylvania House Speaker Mark Rozzi hosted another listening tour to hear public input on closing the partisan divide in Harrisburg. WENY's Pennsylvania Capitol correspondent Brendan Scanlon has more on the latest developments with what's happening to improve relations in the House chamber. Brendan?
Renata and Nick, good evening. Yeah, progress really hard to come by nowadays in Harrisburg. This bipartisan work group was assembled by Speaker Mark Rozzi to look for ways to break through the partisan gridlock that has essentially halted Harrisburg since January 3rd. In the meeting this afternoon, lawmakers from both parties heard the recommendations as well as some of the concerns among Pennsylvanians. The public weighed in on several topics like gun violence, a gift ban, election reform, as well as the two top issues that the work group is hoping to solve: operating rules and a 2-year civil window for victims of childhood sex abuse. Constituent frustration was a central theme during much of the testimony this afternoon, specifically when talking about operating rules that determine essentially how Harrisburg functions. Many said that the rules should create an easier path for bipartisan legislation to become law and make it harder for good bills to die in committee or harder for amendments to be added on that render an otherwise good bill ineffective. These are also known as a poison pill or wrecking amendments. Some say that's the case with the 2-year civil window for victims of childhood sexual abuse. Now, Rozzi says he hopes to take the input from these meetings and turn it into some tangible progress here in Harrisburg.
We are looking forward to getting back to Harrisburg, but we are doing it, and I think in a way that hasn't been done before, and that is actually hearing from the people of this Commonwealth, which are so important, and the voters, and we're going to continue to do that.
And at this point, the question really is, how successful will Speaker Rozzi be in bringing some of those recommendations back here to Harrisburg? 3 special elections on February 7th could officially give Democrats an undisputed House majority. So it will be interesting to kind of see if they're going to nominate a new speaker. Keep in mind, Rozzi was essentially the compromise for both parties for Speaker back on January 3rd when he pledged to be an independent Speaker of the House and to caucus with neither Democrats nor Republicans. Now, Republicans who actually nominated Rozzi say him switching his affiliation from Democrat to independent was essential, was key for their support. Yesterday, Rozzi says he plans to retain his job as Speaker even after the special elections next week. Reporting live at the state capitol for WENY News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Nick, back to you.